So I've got all these wonderful things together here to make up my mother's, well, what some will call fire cider. It has different names, um, and I'll certainly put those on the screen, but basically, it is a type of remedy to help avoid or reduce colds, flu, and other types of maladies that can be positively affected by adding a little heat to the body. And how do you do that? Well, with some of these wonderful foods. I can't even begin to tell you about all of the wonderful benefits of onion and, oh, I forgot the honey, of course. But anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. But these wonderful, the root vegetables, you've got horseradish, the ginger, the turmeric, of course. We have wonderful bulb, garlic, and onion. An apple, because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Duh! We have peppers. We have both jalapeno and a few serrano peppers. And cranberries, luscious cranberries. There's a reason why these are a favorite of the season, other than the fact they taste great. They also are packed full of vitamin C and other wonderful vitamins and constituents that are so good for the body. And we're going to bring all this together with some honey and create this delicious and healthful fire cider. Now, I want to tell you something. In addition to being medicinal, it's delicious. It is something that you can use in salad dressings because basically this is apple cider vinegar and all of these wonderful ingredients, as you'll soon see. It can be used with a bit of oil on a salad. Delicious. You can use it in different recipes where you can mix it with juice. Well, it's really up to you. I personally really do enjoy it on a salad or in a dip. So you're tasting something that is wonderfully delicious and it's beneficial to you. Now we're going to get to cutting these up and getting them ready to jar up. This does not have to be pretty. You're not putting this on a plate. This is simply these are not getting thrown away. These are going to be part of it. All I'm doing is chopping it all up into finer pieces just to get it into the bottle and to make it easier to get out later. That's its only purpose. And that's it. That's all I'm doing here. I have some rather large jars here that I'll be putting these in. I'm going to be making up several jars of this, but for this video, I'll just be doing one for you. And I already have this made up from earlier in the year, but I wanted to show you how it's made, and this is for the next season. And again, with the turmeric, I'm just chopping it up a bit. You could slice this. You could certainly put this in a food processor if you wanted it smaller. But because this is going to be a long-term cook on this, as we call it, although it's not actually cooking, the vinegar does the cooking. It's going to be in there for a very long time. And these will break down. So I'm just going to set that aside there because I've got my peppers here. And again, just a rough cut, just to break them open. I'm not going to do any more than that. Always wash your hands after handling these, or wear gloves, most certainly, if you're sensitive to these things. Or just remember that you've handled them and washed very well with soap. And I actually suggest using a washcloth, something with friction, to clean these oils off your hand from the peppers, because you do not want that in your eye. Okay, so I'm going to drop the peppers in. Because the smaller seeds and things can tend to float to the top, I'll put the turmeric and the heavier things on top of that. And again, you can chop these up as small as you need to. I'm going to do the garlics here. So in all of this goes, paper and all, doesn't matter. And I'm doing it this way because I'm not using a clear jar, so you couldn't really see it very well. Now, why am I not using a clear jar? Well, for the purpose of keeping the wonderful constituents in it fresher. Light tends to have a negative effect on organics. Like this, and can have an effect of not just bleaching color, but also of leaching out some of the goodness faster of the whatever the botanical might be. So if you can't use something like this, just keep it in a cabinet or something. There are people that will tell you, oh, set things in sunlight and let the sun be the heat and do this and do that. Well, that sounds great. It really does sound great, but actually it's not beneficial. If you want to heat it, if you absolutely need to heat it that way, with the heat of the sun, nothing wrong with that, but try to keep the light out as best. If you wrap it with aluminum foil, there are different things you can do. And I've packed this one really full here. But because, like I said, I'm doing 2 jars, I'm not using everything that you see here in this one jar. Horseradish is very hard. I love it. Okay. We still got to get some apple in there. So let me jam it down in here a bit. It'll come out easier earlier as these things all start to break down. Well, take that piece out. Oh, I forgot my cranberries. Cheers. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it takes it a moment to focus. That's the good stuff. So, make yourself up some, or let me know if you want some and I'll make some up for you. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.